Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to get a tattoo?
I'm going to say no.
Probably not.
No.
It's probably too young to make decisions.
It's a pretty permanent decision.
They can't make the decision for themselves yet. Something permanent on their body.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to consent to puberty blockers?
Yes.
Yes.
And I understand how that sounds really hypocritical.
Yes, it's a permanent change on their body, but I think that at that point in their life, they probably know who they are, who they want to be.
And you think so at 12 years old?
Yes.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to consent to puberty blockers?
Yes, because that's not a permanent decision.
That's a life-changing decision. I don't think that any 12-year-old is in a position to make a decision that's going to affect them long term.
When you get puberty blockers, for a lot of kids that's like life-saving. I think puberty blockers are a great sort of like middle ground without having to make decisions like surgery and having to live through a puberty that they don't identify with.
I think there's plenty of time to make those decisions later on once they've had a chance to decide exactly what they want their identity to be.
I think that maybe there should be more waiting, but I don't want to put down trans ideas, so.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to consent to puberty blockers?
If they can make an informed decision, yeah.
And you think a 12-year-old can make an informed decision?
I don't know, I guess it depends on the 12-year-old.
Be like a really mature 12-year-old.
Right, yeah.
Like a 12-year-old child, I think that would be a little difficult.
At 12 years old, you have a sense of your gender identity, of your sex identity. I mean, we know there's kids that young killing themselves because they have so much gender dysphoria that they're having to deal with the struggles of being trans. If there's a simple answer like puberty blockers, I think it's one of the best resources.
So if a 12-year-old thinks they're a different gender, they should be able to go in and be like, I want puberty blockers?
I mean, I don't think it's that simple as that. I think there's a lot more like medical theory and social wellness that needs to be incorporated into that interaction between a 12-year-old and I guess a doctor, if that's what you're saying they're going to. But I do think that a 12-year-old should have that choice.
What do you have to say to those people that let their children consent to puberty blockers at like 10, 11, 12 years old?
I would say that I disagree with you, and I think you're an irresponsible parent. Bottom line.